Okay, thank you so much, everyone, to be here with us. It's a pleasure to present the results for the Q1 for the Latin American region. So let's start taking a look to the sales results. On the year-to-date results, the gray bar represents the current incomes, and the blue one represents the last year results. So this represents for the Q1 closing growth of 10%. With the sales mix, the main contribution comes from Mexico, 54%, 30% comes from Costa Rica, and almost 10% from Colombia. So we have the sales records as Darryl mentioned in the last report for the region on the last month of March. And mainly this comes from the results that we have obtaining directly from the Tijuana location, and also from Costa Rica. The active accounts grow respectively against with the last year 17%. And we have the year-to-date digital leads for 2,580 digital leads, and the trade shows we have generating around generating 24 events of clinical education and trend shows that represents 2.6 thousand attendees. So in the case of when Heather was mentioning yesterday, in the case of the printing materials for the region, represents 46 counting upgrades and new materials. The next one, please, Mark, the next one. Talking about the active accounts, represent an growth of 17%, and the same, the blue one now represents current year, and the gray one the last year. This is the general overview. And talking about Mexico and Costa Rica has a very positive growth for this year against the last one. So as you can see, the main new accounts comes mainly in March from Mexico. So this is a very strong performance coming from the list that we generate on the social media activities, from the recommendations, direct recommendations from the doctors, and also coming from all sales for all around the country. Okay, Marco, please help me with the next slides.
Sure. Thank you, Pablo. So talking about the active accounts and new accounts acquisition, we are performing several strategies and activities. The first one is the customer journey. One of the ideas we have had recently is to provide all our FTA's team nationwide with a visual aid on a Padlet. So that way they will share all the doctors on every single dental appointment the same message, highlighting all the product's key sales points. And also we have developed a successful case guide for the new accounts, because one of our main pain points in Latin America is the return assist. That means all the cases that we receive from the doctor, but that has an issue, like the impression taking was not taken correctly, or they didn't send the bite impression correctly using the correct materials. So we developed this successful case guide handbook for them to know since the very beginning what are the basic things we need from them since the beginning, since they send their first case, for us to be able to work on that case and to avoid the return assist percentage that make us lose thousands of dollars every month in Latin America. And also we've been working on different tools for the sales team and the telephone team to standardize the communication, and for all of them to provide the approved and quality information for the customer. Also, we've been running like an experiment on our new lab in Guadalajara. We call it the Fulfillment Project. We are creating like prospect kits that includes stuffers with a discount on the first case for each one of our most important products, and we are also providing them all the supplies that they need to send a first case, and the results have been amazing. 41% of the doctors that have received this kit already sent a first case in the Guadalajara lab, the new lab, and this implied a 34% growth opportunity versus the current customers database that we had on Guadalajara. So it's working very good, and we want to replicate the same thing on Nuevo León, especially because Nuevo León is the third state of Mexico with more dentists. The top three states of Mexico with more quantity of dentists are Mexico City, then Guadalajara, and then Nuevo León. In Nuevo León, we currently have 4 FTAs, and we want to replicate the same prospect kit thing that we are running in Guadalajara that has been very successful on these first 2 months. And also, we are pushing very hard the cross sell. We created cross sell letters, and every single doctor that send a case to the lab, we take a look on Electra on the CRM to see the sales behavior of this doctor, and we identify which products he hasn't used yet. And while we have the doctor on the phone line when he schedule a pickup on his dental office, we check on Electra with our call center team, and we say, okay, doctor, we are looking here on my system that you have never sent before a first case for Obsidian, for example, or for Comfort HS, or for PlaySafe, or for any of the secondary products. So we offer the doctor to send him a customized letter with his name on it, and with a special offer on these secondary products for him to send a first case. And it's been very, very useful, and it's working very good for us. So with that thing, we want to expand the sales mix for the secondary products, obviously maintaining and for Broxir to remain as the first option. And this is like an example of what I'm saying. In the case of Mexico, just as an example, if we compare March 2023 versus March 2022, we generated a sales increase on the Obsidian product, Obsidian fused to metal, of 82% on sales growth. So it's a very good number. And in the case of Comfort, we generated a growth of 71% sales growth comparing year over year. So this is a result of the cross-selling strategies that we are generating every single day over here for the Latin America markets. And also one important thing is just to highlight that in the case of Mexico, for example, we just have 3 facilities in Mexico City, Baja California, that is where Tijuana is located, and Jalisco, that is where Guadalajara new lab is located. So obviously these are the top three sales regions. But one interesting thing is that due to all the marketing strategies and the communication channels that we are currently using in Latin America, for example, in the case of Mexico, the other 27 states of Mexico that are highlighted within the green box, that are places where we don't have a physical presence at all, we don't have FTAs, we don't have any facilities, represents $24,000 in sales. That if we combine all these states where we receive doctors every single day, this market is even higher than Jalisco, for example, or Guadalajara, where we currently have a lab. So and that comes from all the strategies that we are doing with marketing and the sales team to receive cases from foreign doctors, even if we don't have any presence over there. And that's the importance of the multiple communication channels that we manage here in marketing. We can say social media, WhatsApps, e-blast, continuous education, trade shows, magazines, now that we have the Chairside magazine in the Spanish language, and all the dental colleges alliances that we have nationwide on the 3 countries.
We have two situations, no, Marco? In the case of Latin America, These two situations represents two big opportunities for us. The first one is the geographical expansion, as Marcos mentioned, and also the product sales mix for the region that is very similar in the three countries. So with the marketing efforts, we will focus in the increase of these sales in the regions in which we don't have FTA presence, and also expanding our product portfolio sales. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Pablo. Talking about the brand awareness and customer engagement, we continue implementing every month the monthly calendars strategy for Mexico, Colombia, and Costa Rica for the Facebook and the Instagram platform. And now we are 80% focused on continuous education and value-added content. All our Facebook ads and boosted content are cost per click, cost per lead, cost per acquisition oriented. We are always tracking the KPIs and the metrics to invest correctly the money and to have as much benefit as possible. And just as a highlight, we are receiving an average monthly Facebook leads for Mexico of 450 leads, for Colombia 280 leads on average. So this has helped Mexico and Colombia to keep growing, to keep generating new doctors and new accounts, and obviously to keep the retention of these accounts on the next months. And all the organic content that we produce redirect the user to landing page, specific landing pages per product that includes an opt-in form to enhance the lead generation. And also, we are always aware of what kind of content to boost to increase the reach and engagement with our audience. And we have started to use as much as possible Latino lookalike models. Most of our content include Mexican, Colombian, Costa Rican people and doctors that talks about their experience with the lab. And also we've been developing a lot of materials, of educational materials for the doctor to know the benefits of our products and the benefits of our differentiators as our guarantees or our FTA's team, the technology that we use versus the competition. And also talking about the digital marketing strategy, we've been sending a bunch of emails for the three countries, especially to highlight the Glidewell products differentiators, special offers, and to keep the brand awareness and customer loyalty moving forward. And we are also sending some retention e-blasts to guarantee that these retention doctors are retained on the corresponding month. And one new thing that we've been implementing recently is the WhatsApp strategy. WhatsApp is one of the most powerful communication channels here in Latin America. And we've been using WhatsApp, for example, in the case of Colombia, recently they have three product launching, and we communicate the new launch of these three products via WhatsApp. Doctors receive the message on a very positive way, and we saw very good results using this new tool that we didn't use on the past. And as I mentioned, the landing pages, it's very important to have a specific product landing pages per each product for the doctors to learn more about each product that they are interested in, and to include the opt-in forms for them to create a registry and for them to leave us their name, email address, phone number for sales team to contact them and reach them on the same day and convert them on a new customer as quick as possible. And we have developed Obsidian, Comfort, PlaySafe, and Emacs landing pages for the three countries. And also on the YouTube side, currently we have 82,000 video views and 1.5 thousand subscribers. And we are focusing on short videos with product key points. Also over here, we've been pushing a lot the evaluation slips for the doctors to understand the importance of filling the evaluation slips for our production team to know where we can improve our quality or what are the comments and the feedback of the customer. And the Google reviews. Every single time that we catch on the dental office that there is a happy customer, we ask the doctor to provide this positive review on Google for us to provide confidence to the rest of our customers every single time they look for us on the Google browser. And talking about traditional media strategy, we have updated around 50 print materials on Q1 for the three countries. Also, we already updated the new doctor's kit. It's like a plastic folder that includes within all the most important print materials like the fee schedule, like the stuffers, like the RXs, everything that the doctor needs to send a first case when the doctor is a new account. And the cross-selling stuffers. One new thing that we did on the stuffers is that we included a QR code that when you scan it with your cell phone, it redirects the customer to specific product landing page to learn more about the clinical studies and all the information about this specific product. And we are also tracking all the coupon codes included on the print materials to know how many sales, how many redeemed coupons, how many units we are receiving from all these materials, and to track the performance of each material. And on the chair side, Spanish Latin American magazine. It's a bi-monthly magazine. We have 1,000 print issues, and we are also using the issue digital platform to have a digital reach. We are having like around 6,000 reach on the digital side using this tool, and also this help us to reduce the costs of printing materials. And the magazines includes 3 articles previously approved and posted by California, and we translate it to Spanish and feed it to the Latin American market. And talking about trade shows, this is like a mock-up that has been approved by California. We've been working with a third-party booth vendor for a MIC trade show. A MIC trade show is in 2 weeks, May the 3rd. It's the most important and the biggest Latin America trade show. We will receive around 40,000 dentists from all around Latin America,
Mhm.
and we will have like a special section to chat with the doctors and to talk with them. Like on this lounge area, we will have 2 TVs with some loop videos that has already been approved by California that shows all the products, all the technology, all the Glidewell essence for them to know who we are. And also on the right side, we will have like a special sample section where doctors will be able to touch and see all the samples of every single product we offer from Broxir, Obsidian, Emax, Biotemps, Thermo products. So doctors will be able to see it live over there on those walls. And we will also have the hammer test, and we will have some live Thermo products hands-on over there for doctors to know our product. And also, we are attending the most important trade shows in Colombia, in Costa Rica nowadays. We have closed the most important Costa Rica trade show that will be this October, that is organized by the National Dental College of Costa Rica. And also, we continue doing alliances with national dental colleges in each country and with the most important dental universities in each country to attend all the events and trade shows that they organize monthly. And talking about continuous education, that this is one of our main focus for this year. We have started to create weekly in-house conferences within our facilities in Mexico, Colombia, and Costa Rica. We are focusing on key accounts, top prescribers, active accounts, and also active accounts that we detect that have return assist issues. So we are already providing these doctors education, continuous education, for them to improve the quality of the impressions, the quality of the cases that they send to the lab for us to be able to work on those. And we are working hard on developing key opinion leader speakers per each region. So these profiles that we already have will be shared soon with Dr. Park for his approval. And also one important thing to consider is that local key opinion leader fees are much cheaper than the USA key opinion leader fees. So that's the reason why we want to have these faces, these local faces over here, because it's cheaper and sometimes it inspires more confidence to the local doctors to have like a Mexican or a Costa Rican or a Colombian doctor talking about the topics that we want to touch with these guys. And we are also scheduling online webinars about these topics to like impression taking, preparation guides, successful color taking. And this is one of our main priorities for the doctors to feel that Glidewell is an education tool that helps them on their daily practice. And also we are continuing creating alliances with universities and dental colleges with no paid sponsorships just because of the good relationship that Glidewell has built with them during the time. And this is like a quick snapshot of all the conferences and trade shows that we do around Latin America. Some of them are small and customized groups of 20, 30 doctors, but some of them are events where we receive more than 1,000 doctors, or as I mentioned before, like on the case of AMIC, we will receive more than 40,000 doctors on 5 days, on a couple of weeks. And this is just like a snapshot of what we do every week on our facilities to keep pushing the continuous education for all our dentists. And finally, we are focused on providing each country customized marketing strategies. Every country has different pain points. So we are trying with all these marketing strategies to help them and to support them on their specific needs. So we are always providing every country what they need. Pablo, I don't know if you want to add something else, anything I forgot.
No, yes, for sure. Just something important, Marco and team. We have signed a consulting agreement with just two key opinion leaders on the region. The first one is Dr. Andres Cervantes. He's an expert in apnea. So he's working with us in Costa Rica. And then we have another one that is Dr. Janina Josie. Janina Josie has also a consulting agreement with us. And in the next days, I will be sending the profiles of all these new candidates for the rest of the region with Dr. Park and Andy in order to check if they comply with the requirements, because they are very, very important for Mexico, but we need to be aligned with the corporate strategy. And we will talk about the fees. As Marco mentions, the condition fees, for example, that we signed with Dr. Cervantes and Dr. Juicy are a tariff that is adapted to the US market. But talking about these local speakers from Guadalajara, they manage current fees with another commercial brands. So I will be looking for the possibility to make it to adapt or customize this tariff to the prices that we manage on the region, that will provide us a very good key opinion leader with a very competitive fee, different from the US. Okay, so that's only the thing that I want to mention, to be aware of all of this. Thank you, Marco.